just a quick video today to show you about point work, polarity, wiring and all sorts of things, all to do with DC and DCC. A lot of people have asked me same question over the last few months: how do you do it, how does it work, this sort of thing. So instead of repeating myself, I'm going to do it in a quick video for you. So here we go. In front of you, you can see here 3 different types of points. You've got an N-gauge Code 55 fine scale from Peco, a Code 100 standard point from Peco, it's a medium radius I believe, and here you've got a 009 point, again it's Peco, but it's what's strictly called Code 80 track work. We'll come back to all that later. Inside every set of points you have these basic instructions which give you an overview of how the point works and how to wire them in, but it's still not overly clear, it appears, because people keep asking how to do it. So here we go. Basically, the problem everyone's been having is losing power across the points. Now, before we go any further, we'll explain what the parts of the points are called. So here you've got the frog, the tie bar, and the blade. You've also got check rails and stock rails. And obviously sleepers that hold everything together. So basically what happens is, power is transferred through the stock rail, and as points are wired normally, when you have them bought, you've got these jumper cables here, which basically transfer the power from the stock rail to the blade to this rail here, which then jumps across the frog on the jumper cable I just showed you, and has it continue up the line. These are INSULFROG, which is insulated frog, so you don't have a short across it. If you have ELECTROFrog, like you have on these two, it is recommended to have the ends of the rails here isolated, so the entire rail there becomes the isolated frog in essence, but you still have power pickup from across the blade. The problem we've been having mainly is with transfer of power through the blade. If you have any dirt or ballast or paint or anything get into these little gaps here, it will insulate the power flow. So when the locomotive rolls over here, second it has the final contact wheel come across for power, it's isolated and the locomotive stops. So you have lots of faffing about with cleaning and scrubbing and everything else. There's a simple solution to this, and it's with basically adding a little bit of wiring. I'm going to show you how to do it on the 00 gauge point, just because it's a bit easier, but it does transfer easily to both of these scales. So here we go. Basically, we're going to put a jumper from stock to stock, because you've got positive, negative, so positive here, negative here, negative here. The easy way of doing it, which will appeal to most people, is how you can have it done, again with the N-gauge, especially if it's Code 55 like this is, and so underneath there's not a lot of room for cutting plastic and doing, is to simply have a little wire clip, like a staple basically, put in here, between these two on the top. You can buy them in a pack from Hornby, for a couple of pounds, I think a pack of 20, and they do the job. They aren't perfect and they do spring out, so you have to keep an eye on them, but they're there. A more permanent and more effective method, as far as I'm concerned, is to do this, which is to flip the point over, and we're going to wire in those 2 pieces there. So take a cutters, and what we'll do is, we're going to do it between stock rails here, so in this middle section, and just simply cut away the plastic. Now I'm hoping you can see this, because as a first for this channel, it is being filmed on a mobile phone, and my friend Alex is holding the camera phone, so please don't blame him if it's a little bit wobbly or if it goes out of line, because it's probably me moving about too much in front of him. So I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing. If not, I apologise. I'm sure it'll all come clear. Just quickly try and clear those bits there. If I do it like this, hopefully you can see. There we go. Just quickly tap those bits away. So now you can see what we've done here. I've exposed, there's one little bit, isn't there? Exposed the base of the rail. Like that. What we're going to do is, we just take our soldering iron, nice and hot. This is pre-flux solder. If you don't have that, you'll want to get some flux on there. Nice and hot. The hotter it is, the better it will flow. And just like that. And now I've said that, of course, it's going to misbehave. inevitably. Give me a moment. So we're going to put little solder drops on these here. It's called tinning, term for it, and this just ensures that when I come to the next part, it's going to be a lot easier. What's going to happen is we're going to basically solder a piece of wire across those two and across these two. So instead of having to have the power transfer through the blade, it will automatically bypass and go into the rail from the other stock rail. So it's constant power across it. This is actually a method developed, I'm led to believe, for DCC control. However, it works perfectly well on cab control as well, or standard analog if you don't understand what cab control is. And as I said, that one there is going to be a little bit problematic. It could be because it's an older point. There could be some dirt on there that I haven't cleaned off properly before doing the video. So a lesson learned there for you, to keep it clean when you're doing your soldering. I'll come back to that in just a moment. There we go. Right, for the wire itself, you can just use standard electrical wire you have for wiring light. You get from Peco and people like that. I've got some pre-tinned copper wire here. Provided by my friend Alex again. Thank you, Alex, around the camera. It's a lot simpler to do it with this because it's all ready for you. All we do is just lay it on, heat it up with a soldering iron, and because we've pre-tinned that, a little bit of solder. There we go. Got it. So we'll just make sure we've got the second contact there. Give that a moment. Just like that. Have a choice now. You can either have that cut off close, so it's just taking power there, or what I do is I have about an inch over the end, like that, so I can then have a copper tape system of bussing my DCC on the outside of the point, so you're pulling power not just from the joints here, which will be across to it, also from the centre there. And that one there now, from above, we have power going along this rail here, along that and into this rail here as well. So any dirt in there now is completely inconsequential because it's going to take power across that joint there into the blade, and so we have no issues over dirt. We just repeat this on the opposite side, making sure not to bridge the gap in the middle or you create a short, and you basically DCC'd the point, as I say. So we'll have it quickly done for you as I'm here. Turn it round, so I'm the right way around for myself. There we go. Again, I'll just leave about an inch just over on the side. And that's it. Simple as that. We now have full power across the point. Never cut those wires there, always have them intact because you've got to rely on those with an INSULFROG point to carry it across the frog there. It's as simple as that. This point is now ready to go into any layout, and on DC or DCT you will never lose power on the blades running up to the frog. There we go. So like I say, just to reiterate everything, power's up these two here, so positive, and that is now live, whether it's across or not, negative and negative, and the frog is fully powered. It's as simple as that. Either wire underneath or clip over the top. I hope this has been useful. Please feel free to subscribe and comment. Thanks for watching. Bye now.